And we're live.
Yeah.
You watching wrestling?
The playoffs, the Lakers and Phoenix playing.
Uh,
Q, Sam, what up?
what up with y'all? Every time I listen to Al Green, I just think of that Medea's family reunion
Right.
when homegirl threw the grits at Blair Underwood's character and shit.
Yeah.
Grit ball.
Yeah. This is one of those albums to listen to like on a Sunday morning when you're cleaning,
Right. That's
you know, or you're cooking.
Matter of fact, let me go get the album because it's in my dad's collection and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But I got like a different. I got a different reissue. I'm gonna show it to you.
You got different cover?
Yeah, I'm gonna show it to you. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so believe it or not,
Mm.
this is I think this is the Motown reissue in '86,
Uh-huh.
but it has two albums in one. Let's Stay Together and I'm Still in Love with You.
Oh shit. So it's all
Yeah,
connected together.
yeah. My dad had this since like the '80s and stuff. So
I didn't know that. I have
and
Let's Stay
obviously,
Together. I can't find it.
you know what?
I have Let's Stay Together also. I can't find it though. There's like four albums is missing. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm missing Let's Stay Together. I'm missing Maggot Brain. I'm missing What's Going On, and I'm missing Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. All on
I
vinyl.
thought you had Saturday Night Fever.
I have the CD and the vinyl for Marvin Gaye and the Bee Gees, but I can't find the vinyl for them. I don't know where the fuck I put it. And Maggot Brain, I had Maggot Brain last year. I saw it. I don't know where the hell I put it. You know. I gotta find those. I must have misplaced it somewhere though. But yeah, those four vinyls are missing. Let's Stay Together. I have on vinyl too. I don't know where the fuck I put it though.
Yeah, for some odd reason I cannot find my Boys in the Hood soundtrack. So
You had that on vinyl too or CD?
CD, I recently got it last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I left the Menace to Society soundtrack in my old car, which of course that's fucking told now. So
Right. Oh shit. I
yeah,
had to have misplaced it. I misplaced vinyl before, like Bob Marley, the Legend Greatest Hits. I had misplaced that and I found it, and it was another album with that. I must have. I don't know where the fuck I put them though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, cause I want to hear those albums. Well, at least the Maggot Brain I want to hear, cause I have the others on CD, but I don't know where the hell I put it at. Yeah, Boy Meets World was good.
okay. I'm gonna start in about 10 more minutes. Is BJ watching the shit too?
Is he watching this? I don't see him in here. Like Sam is in love with Boy Meets World right now. You on episode 20?
To be honest, season one's my least favorite.
I don't remember each season. I just remember like certain shows. I don't care for that versus. I'm not even watching that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. When it comes to Swizz and Timbaland, I like them, but they're not like my
I
top
don't need a
three.
rematch for them. For what? They already
Right?
battled each other. A
Give me
rematch.
Babyface and Teddy Riley, man.
Exactly. Get Jagged Edge on 112. The Jagged Edge sound was terrible in that versus. They need a
Y'all,
rematch with 112.
y'all knew exactly what y'all were fucking doing.
I'm not watching that shit. For what? What
Yeah,
is it?
besides
Both of them
Swizz,
to me are like past their prime now, and especially Swizz. Like I haven't enjoyed the. I can't remember the last Swizz track I enjoyed. You know, Timbaland need to get back to doing some hits. I ain't hear shit from him in years either. He did the J Cole joint, but it don't even sound like a Timbaland track. I need to hear fucking super duper fly Timbaland again. You know, 1 in a million Timbaland.
hell, give me Devontae Swing, Basement Timbaland.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's been years since we got that Timbaland. It seemed like the only time he come out with his best shit is for Justin Timberlake. So we gotta wait for another Justin album for him to
Right.
come out with some shit. Justin ain't coming out with no album no time soon. So I heard he was working on new music, but I mean, shit, who knows when that's gonna drop? That could be end of the year.
I'm more interested in what the weekend got coming out. Fuck Justin
Yes,
Timberlake.
yes, I'm excited. The weekend never disappoints me. So the dawn and whatever the hell is coming, I'm there for it.
That's one album I need to get after hour.
Yeah, that was dope. It has no track listing. I'm gonna just
I
tell
don't
you
give a
now.
fuck.
There's no track listing on that. You gotta like look on Wikipedia or memorize the track listing because there's no track listing. There's no photographs in the booklet. I'm like, what is Weekend is what's really good with him, yo.
Mm.
You know, I need to see like album credits and photographs. This nigga have none in his album. I could have just like downloaded the damn things to the binder.
Well, I've got plenty of albums where you don't have the track listing. If I'm not mistaken, I think Paul's Boutique doesn't have the track listing on it.
Oh shit, I don't got that one. I don't got that one. Even on the vinyl, there's no track listing on the vinyl album.
You said what?
There's no track listing on the vinyl for that.
Well, I have the CD,
The CD.
so I don't know about the vinyl.
Yeah, I never got that one. A lot of they shit is out of print though. Man, it's mad expensive, even like for the EPs and shit. You know. Yeah, Lloyd Banks. I have a feeling Lloyd Banks' new album gonna be fire. I just have that feeling. Just why I'm looking at the track listing and I'm seeing some of the features. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be a good Banks album. Cause he ain't dropped nothing good in a minute, so I think he about due for a good album.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a whole lot of hype about this shit too.
Yeah,
So
that I think he's gonna be fire. I'm glad to see him back finally doing music without G Unit and 50. You know what I'm saying? Cause he got to be his own artist.
I always feel like Lloyd was the nicest member of G Unit.
Yeah, and he just wasn't putting out. He wasn't putting out stuff consistently.
Matter of
You
fact,
know.
I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna
Okay.
text you.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear that Banks album, man. Hopefully it's good. I need some of these cats from the 2000s to come out with some solid shit. Most of them is either they ain't coming out with shit or some of them is dead. You know.
I'm still waiting for the internet to come out with new shit because that last
I
album
don't know
disappointed me.
what happened with them, yo. I don't. It's been a minute for them too.
That last album, oh my god, it was
Yeah. And then the chick Sid, she did her solo album and then that was it. I ain't hear nothing from the mama.
yeah, that solo album was fire.
Yes. You know.
All right, about 3 more minutes.
Yeah, definitely. Shit, we got a couple of album reactions coming, yo.
Yeah, man. A lot of newer artists, a lot of artists are coming out with some albums and shit. So
That's good. Please, because we need some. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Half of these new artists out. Like, give me people that I was bumping in the 2000s. Pusha T. It's time for him to drop a new album too.
part of me feel like Push is just living off of Daytona.
Yeah, it's that was since what 2018. It's
Yeah,
time now. It's time. Give us something new.
because they say he was dropping shit last year, but he didn't.
Right.
And then
It's
all of a
time
sudden,
now.
ironically, I think either yesterday or today was a Daytona anniversary. No,
Oh yeah, that's right.
it's
Yeah.
today. Yeah,
That what I mean. It's time now. It's time for him to drop something new, man. You know.
yeah, classic.
Yes.
2018 was a good year for hip hop, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes. You just now listening to that, Ronnie? That Ben came out. Catalina, that was on Cuban Link too. You know, I'm telling you, man. How your Lakers doing, Ronnie? It ain't gonna be no cakewalk with Phoenix.
Okay, believe it or not, I might watch something to keep myself creative tonight. Um, what should I watch? Start off with. Fuck it, I'll go to BT Plus. That also,
Hmm.
you say you like Pink, right?
Yeah.
Before, after her Love Face
After the first
fade.
album, yeah.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
come, was it "Come On with Me" or something like that?
You heard,
Taking off, taking.
yeah, you saw the documentary she came out with.
No, I know that's on Amazon. I ain't watch it yet because like people was talking. Well, she performed at the Billboard Awards with her daughter, and her daughter did like some shit on the. She was doing some shit in the air. I don't know, some ballerina
People
shit or
say
something.
people say Pink look like Tamla Man. I'm like, y'all need to leave Pink alone, man. Y'all need to leave both Pink and Tamla Man alone.
But she's been consistent since her second album, since Misunderstood. All her albums, Funhouse and was it Beautiful Drama or some shit, and all her albums, she's Beautiful Trauma. All her albums, she's been consistent. I've always liked her music. The
Yeah,
problem is a lot of her albums are like out of print, you know.
yeah,
So, yeah, she's dope. I listen to her.
yeah, man. That fucking second album when she like, let's get this party, man.
Yeah, Misunderstood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
misunderstood. That was a good one.
yeah, that's one of her best, definitely.
I know my sister loved Pink too.
Yeah, and she don't do a
Ronnie,
lot of collabs with people either. Like she pick and choose who to collab with.
yeah, yeah, Ronnie. I'm not a big fan of Jerry Maguire as a movie. I feel like it's one of the most overrated movies in
Yeah,
history. Show me the money.
exactly. That's all they were talking about.
Right, like that was like Bald Cuba Gooding Jr. too,
That's not
man.
even my favorite Tom Cruise film of all time. I still love Top Gun over that.
Same.
You know.
Give me a few good men too.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely. You know.
Like the late '80s, early '90s, early to mid '90s. Tom Cruise. That's I'm not the biggest Tom fan, but his movie around that time was cool.
Right. Risky Business.
Oh, nigga.
Um, and the Mission Impossible. I like. I don't like all of them. I like the first one, and then like some of the other sequels later on after like two and three. But and he's still doing them. He's still doing those sequels. You know.
Right, because that's all he fucking do. He can't
Yeah.
fucking act.
Edge of
Scientology
Tomorrow. I
career.
liked Edge of Tomorrow with Emily Blunt. I think they're doing a sequel for that also. You know, some of his films are hit and miss for me, but I think he. I mean, for the most part, I've enjoyed some. A lot of his stuff. I don't like Jerry Maguire. Jerry Maguire was so overrated that year when it came out, and it got all these Oscars, and I'm like,
Right.
man, it was okay. It
This
wasn't
I
a
like
great
this,
film.
this movie.
Yeah, I'm like, but I usually say that for a lot of Oscar films that they nominate. I'm like, this film, this film. I mean, I want to say like 2000 and 2000 and 2013, like those two Oscar years, I watched almost everything that was nominated. Like the year that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon got nominated, and Gladiator. I watched. I went to see Crouching Tiger twice in the theater, and I've never gone to see any movie twice in the theater. But I went with two of my homeboys two different times that they wanted to see it. So that was a great film. Gladiator was good. I didn't think it was Oscar material though. 2013, I seen like a lot of those films like Wolf of Wall Street and Captain Phillips. Um, I seen a lot of those films that came out that year. So I think that was the year that Ellen had hosted, and she was funny. Cause I usually feel like the Oscars is boring with the host, but I thought Ellen was funny for that year.
Hmm. Yeah.
Fuck no.
Hell.
Sam said fuck no. What? Fuck no what? Do you watch
No,
The
because you
Voice?
said you
Oh,
watched.
that's I used to watch. I used to watch. Once in the Blue, I used to watch it, but I was more of a fan of the Sing Off when he used to have the Sing Off with Sean Stockman from Boyz II Men. He was like one of the judges, and they had Pentatonics was like the winner of that show, and they went on to do albums and tour and all that. I was more of a fan of that show because that show you got to really sing. That's how you get judged. You got to really bring it on that show. The voice was okay. I'm not like a big fan of that though. Once in the blue, I watched it.
Yeah,
Troy and 300. 300 I went to see. Troy I seen on cable. I wasn't a big fan of Troy. I thought it was another overrated film, but 300 was good. Like the way that they shot it, and like it was real gory too. Because most of Frank Miller's novels are like gory. Like Sin City was like that as well. So I
right.
enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? But Troy I didn't really care for.
Yeah, I'm ready to start whenever you are, bro.
Let's go.
All right. Okay, so what's up, YouTube? But before I start, I want to say rest in peace to George Floyd. This is the 1 year anniversary of his death. You know, the fight still goes on.
Yeah.
It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Try with me.
What's up?
And you guys should know, before we start, we got the sealed edition. And so with this album right here, it's an album I don't hear a lot of punk heads talking about. Is Johnny Guitar Watson Ain't That a Bitch? This was released in 1976. This is a recent reissue. I don't see the year at the moment, but it said I think it's like it was even the last decade. Johnny Guitar Watson, definitely one of the most underrated guitarists ever. He was known for songs like Superman Lover, which everybody sampled. Of course, Redman sampled that
Mm-hmm.
shit too.
Yep.
Um, Matter of fact, Redman sampled a lot of tracks from this album. Like I Want to Tata You Baby, he did that thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love that song, Ain't That a Bitch?
Right.
Yeah, man. All these years, I thought this nigga was sitting on a dick. All
It
these
looked
years.
like one. What is that?
It's a fucking pimped out couch.
Wow.
Like he got the fucking white girl and the black girl, the fucking dog, man. Like,
Wow.
ah.
Yikes.
Let me tell you, this is like one of my favorite funk albums ever, man. Now opening this. So yeah. Definitely expect a review on this album one day. I don't know when, but stay tuned. And now, continuing on with these reviews, we're gonna talk about Al Green.
Yes. Yes.
I'm still in love with you. Now, this is actually the 1986 reissue of both Let's Stay Together and I'm Still in Love with You. For some odd reason, this was released on Motown.
Right.
I don't know. I think Motown got the rights to the high records. I don't know about that part, but yeah, Al Green, one of the greatest soul artists of all time. He has been called like one of the last great soul singers. Very legendary artist. How did you get into Al Green's music?
Well, like just my mom playing it around the house when I was little. Playing let's stay together and tired of being alone. Take me to the river.
Ooh,
Love and happiness. All of those Al Green records she played when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I used to always say the story about. She used to tell me the story about him being burnt with the grits on his back. So
right.
I always I always connected that to him. Like, oh, that's the guy with that got burnt with the grits on it. Cause like she when she made breakfast, she would eat grits in the morning. I never liked grits, but my mom would eat grits in the morning. So I always connected the grits and Al Green together. Unfortunately, but just growing up around the house and hearing his music and like seeing him on like different award shows and on Soul Train and stuff. And I remember in I think 90 93 he came out with an album. I forgot the name of it, but he had Devontae Swing actually do some tracks for him on that album, and that album was dope. Um, and so many artists that you hear now in rap like sample a lot of his stuff, especially in this album. I think like on every track on this album somebody sampled. There's like a sample from like Busta Rhymes, Talib,
Yes.
Ghostface. You know what I mean? So many Kanye sampled stuff from this album as well, and that's why it's easy for me to know these songs, like, because like when you listen to so much hip hop, like the hip hop culture raised me, and then when you hear these samples, and then I go back and I dig for these records, like, oh, I know this is a song that Kanye used for the Get Well Soon mixtape, and this is the song that Talib used for the Quality album. So it's fun to go back and listen to these albums, and realize that where they got the samples from, and he's definitely a legend, and I think it's time to definitely salute this man before he's no longer here. Like a lot of our legends are passing away, and it's great. It's definitely one of the best singers. I know I heard like people say that they like, for them, like the closest artist right now to Al Green would be D'Angelo. I don't know how people feel about that, but he definitely is in his own lane. When it comes to like his fashion sense, like I love like his drip back then was just crazy. Like
Right.
like the shoes that he's wearing, like not too many artists can pull off shoes like that, and like the gold chains and bracelets and stuff, and he definitely had his own swag, and he knew, like, at that, at this point in his life, that he was the man, and he had a whole bunch of confidence, and yeah, definitely that's what legends do, man. They know what's their place in the universe, and they do what they do. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Sam. He did have an arm brace when he did Soul Train and shit. And little trivia, Don Cornelius actually called that his favorite Soul Train performance ever. So
Yeah.
um I'm just gonna be real. I got into Al Green because I've heard Let's Stay Together, and it's like one of those quintessential R&B soul tracks and whatnot. Um, then I looked into his discography. I'm Still in Love with You. I mean, the Call Me album. Oh my god,
Mm.
that's like one of the greatest soul records on wax, man. I'm telling you. Um, and then of course, we all heard the story about how he got burned with the grits
Right.
and he found Jesus and whatever. You know what I'm
That
saying?
was when his girlfriend committed suicide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting too because one thing about that, you know what I'm saying, was just that he free. It's like he stayed doing secular music after that, but he just. It's kind of like when Little Richard did gospel music and stuff like that. I don't know, man.
Right.
I always felt like Al Green, no matter what he does, he was still like that dude. Um, Definitely a legend in his own right. Fucking, he's a worldwide legend. Let me stop.
Definitely.
So yeah. So now let's talk about the Reverend Al Green. What's good, Hector?
It's good.
We only smoke Al Green. Don't touch Bobby Brown. Oh wow. All right. So
Mm.
Al was born in Forest City, Arkansas, and he relocated with his family to Grand Rapids, Michigan, and whatnot because better opportunities. And around that time too, he was singing with his siblings in a group called the Green Brothers. And so, he got kicked out of the family home because of the fact that his father caught him listening to Jackie Wilson. So of course, he fell into that hard street life. He was chilling with the prostitutes, he was hustling and whatnot. And around the time you got into like the late 60s, he had formed his own vocal group called Al Green and the Creations, which would excuse me, later be renamed to Al Green and the Soulmates. And
Right.
this is around the time when he spelled green with Greene. Just throwing it out there. So he signed into a little indie label and he dropped his debut album in 1978 called The Backup Train. Um, and around that time too, he actually met Willie Mitchell. Now, Willie Mitchell, in my opinion, he was the guy that shaped Al Green's sound, in
Yeah.
my opinion. He was the Maurice White to the Denise Williams, to say the least.
Right.
And what was interesting was the fact that they got together, and Rudy Mitchell, he had his record label called High Records, and he asked Green to sign with High Records. And the earlier recordings, when he did like his first couple albums, like up until like 1969,
Right.
he was influenced, of course, by like Otis Redding and Wilson Pickett and James Brown. Now, Willie Mitchell was like, "Yo, you were good," but he's like, "You sound like all these cats. I want to hear Al Green." You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I got this for after the BET Awards 2008, lifetime achievement thing and stuff like that. So, fast forward to 1971, he did the Al Green Gets Next to You album, where it actually had his first big hit, "Tired of Being Alone." A lot of people think it was "Let's Stay Together," but no, it was actually "Tired of Being Alone." That was his first big hit. That was a good album. I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't until 1972 where he dropped not one but two of the greatest soul albums of all time. One of them was called "Let's Stay Together." Everyone knows that album song.
Mm-hmm.
This was the beginning of his so-called classic period. And what I mean by his classic period, I mean like everything from "Let's Stay Together" all the way up into like the Bell album, in my opinion.
Right.
And so that album was very big. It got him like a lot of acclaim. And so fast forward months later, that's when he dropped the "I'm Still in Love with You" album. Yeah, man, love that album cover, man.
Definitely.
This is like a seminal album cover.
Definitely.
Out in that fucking white suit and shit.
Yep.
Um, yeah, they kind of sucked with the booklet. Fuck it, but it
At
is
least
what
you
it
have
is.
booklets. Vinyls don't have that.
You said what?
I said at least the CDs have booklets. Vinyls don't have that. So
I mean, yeah, it has. I mean, like, yeah, it has inserts and shit too. So, I mean, it is what it is.
mm-hmm.
But anyway, it came out with a couple of singles. The first single was "I'm Still in Love with You," and then you also have "Love and Happiness" was a single. Um, I want to say "For the Good Time." No, no, that was wait, what up? Yeah, "For the Good Times" was a single too. And I want to say "Simply Beautiful." I want to say that was a single.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a single. Okay, yeah. So pretty much half the album is single. So nine tracks, not too long, not too short. Let's get this shit started.
Yeah.
Track number one, "I'm Still in Love with You." I mean, it's a timeless classic track. I love that intro, like that. Bum, 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 bum. Classic, classic.
Yes.
I mean, just self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? And I just love his singing, his vulnerability with that track right there. And one thing I forgot to mention when it came to the album cover was that the reason he was dressed in all white was because he said that he wanted to be cool and in control of his music, pretty much,
Mm. And he
and he
did
felt
that.
like that was yeah.
Definitely did that.
And this song has been sampled, covered a couple of times. I'll be sure when we talked about the Above the Rim soundtrack, y'all should know he sampled that.
Right.
And also a little trivia: when Barack Obama was reelected in 2012, Al Green was performing "I'm Still in Love with You,"
Right.
but Obama, I think he actually missed. He arrived late and he missed Al Green performing. Man, I would be pissed about that shit too. But yeah, man, classic song. Yeah, man.
Definitely. Out the gate when it start off, you just get that good vibes. Real smooth track, nice beat in the bass line, and Al singing in his falsetto. Definitely a classic. So many people have sampled this song, and yeah, man, like this, it's great. I feel for some reason I feel like when Al Green sings about love, you kind of feel like everything's gonna be okay. Like even if you're like in a bad relationship or you're going through problems, his voice, it just it's real comforting. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he just has that voice, man. It's really great. What up, Eric? What's good?
What's good, Eric? Yeah, man. I just love it. Al Green, like, man, a lot of memories. Cooking breakfast to
Yep.
his music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of course, like Hector said, smoking to his music.
Right.
Just driving around. It's like a feel good
It is.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um, Next track, I'm glad you're mine. Now, you guys heard that drum beat before that.
Yes.
Eric B. and Rakim, Mahogany,
Yes. And
Biggie,
Jodeci sampled it for some more on the third album.
yeah, Biggie with the Dead Wrong too.
Yes. I forgot
Um,
about that. Yeah.
but in my opinion, man, I feel like Mahogany used that the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm glad you're mine. Very, very dope song. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Leroy Hodges was on that bass, man. He was killing that. Um, Again, like very, very dope track. One of my all-time favorites.
Love the drums on that. It's real smooth, and yeah, like I agree. Like Rakim used that to tell like a dope story with Mahogany, and I always loved that song as well. And definitely a fire track, and man, it's classic. Definitely another class. All of these songs are classic to me. So definitely a great song.
Yeah, man, very dope song indeed. And the next track we got is, of course, the legendary "Love and Happiness."
Yes.
I mean, I heard a lot of people say this is like their favorite Al Green song. This might be. I don't even know if I have like one favorite
Mm.
song off this album because
It's
it's
so
either
many.
this or another song.
Yeah. It's too, and for 9 songs, it's like you can pick any nine is great.
Right, right, man. It's like, ah, Jesus Christ, just the music in this fucking song, just the whole beginning where he's just like,
Mm-hmm.
love, like he's just singing, and then once you hear that,
Mm-hmm.
dun, 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 dun. Every black movie, black TV show either had this song or they reference this song.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Pretty much the reason why he called this love and happiness, and it's from a quote from Al Green where he said, and I quote, 60% of my audience are women, and a woman is more sensitive than a man, especially in the area of love and happiness. So I just find it kind of ironic because 2 years later, we all know what happened. But so yeah, very, very, very dope indeed. Um, I know that it's been covered by a lot of people. Um, Talking Heads, they were huge fans of Al Green's music. They covered this song
Yes.
and another song called "Take Me to the River" too. So shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Talking Heads and shit.
Yes.
I wish they would get back together, but oh well.
Classic song. And I love the drums and the horns on it. A real standout for this track, and the bass line, really banging track. Al Green singing about happiness is when you really feel good about somebody, but nothing wrong being in love with someone. And and so many people like remember when G Dep first came out, they sampled this. Forget This
Who?
Money, G Dep.
Oh
The song he
yeah,
did with Black Rob, rest in peace Black Rob and P Diddy. They sampled
rest in
this
peace.
song. Busta Rhymes sampled this on the original version of Fire It Up on When Disaster Strikes, and then he did the remix with the Knight Rider beat later on. So many people sample this, and I never get tired of hearing it. Definitely one of my favorite songs. I think it's between this. and Let's Stay Together would be like my two favorites from Al Green. But he got so many others. But this is definitely one of my favorites on his album. Definitely a great song.
Yeah, very good song indeed. Um, Next track, "What a Wonderful Thing Love Is." Oh my God, this was another very good song. Um, I never knew Big Mike sampled this track.
Hmm.
Never knew that shit. That's another album I need to talk about. That fucking first Something Serious album, man. Whew, that was something serious. But anyway, yeah, very, very, very great song. Like all these songs pretty much talk about love and whatnot. So I'm not even gonna get to what the song's about, but
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah, another smooth track. I love the bass line and the horns. The beat. Kanye West sampled this for the when he first came out after the car accident where he broke his jaw, and he for the Get Well Soon mixtape. He had a song called, I believe it was called Leaving Out the Game. It's with him and John Legend, and they sampled the very same like the whole instrumental for the track, and that was like one of my favorite songs on that mixtape. And yeah, like this is a classic song, one of my favorites on here. A great song, and yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I heard that song a while back ago. It's been
Yeah,
years since I
and
heard
I didn't know because I don't think on the mixtape he John was giving credit, but I found out later it was John Legend that was doing like the chorus and all that, and he sounds just like Al Green on the song too. I'm like, oh, this is the track that Kanye West sampled. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, man. A lot of songs that John Lennon did, not John Lennon, John Legend did.
Yeah.
He never got a credit for it and shit like that and
Hmm.
stuff because he was just starting off.
Right.
But yeah, man. Now my favorite track off this album. Well, yeah, one of my favorite. Simply Beautiful. Damn, 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 damn. This was a very good track. I'm not gonna lie. I actually knew about this track when Maxwell was singing at the BT Awards when he returned from the shadows that night because that was like the first time people had seen him since the Now album and shit.
Right. True.
Um, yeah, we keep mentioning Maxwell now, but anyway, very, very, very good song. He just simply telling his woman simply beautiful. I mean, it's short and simple,
Yeah.
but that's the thing about a good soul song. It's short, simple, not all this fucking bullshit like let's go to the club and drink some more, and not all that bullshit.
Yep. I love that sample. I wanna be good to you. That's Talib sampled that for "Good to You" on the
Yeah.
Quality album. That was I want to say that was it might have been him by himself on there. Kanye West actually produced that track for him. 50 Cent used it on the G Unit mixtape for Return of the Body Snatchers. You know that at that time when he was dissing Fat Joe,
Oh man.
and I forgot the name of that song, but he freestyle over that over they when they sampled this song, like he did like a whole track over it, and that was fire. It was a bit him and G Unit at that time, and yeah, like it's a great song. It's real like slow and melodic, and he sings about what about the way you love me and the way that you squeeze me, and definitely a banger. Again, another one of my favorites on this album.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Um, Next track, "Old Pretty Woman." This is the cover of the Roy Orbison song. I'm not gonna lie, I've never really been a big Roy Orbison fan.
Right.
It took me a while to really appreciate when Van Halen did that cover, but I only like that cover because Eddie Van Halen did his thing with his solo. But
Yeah.
this is like my least favorite album, my least favorite song off this album because
Hmm.
I don't know. I just felt like this song maybe wasn't not just for him. I don't know if it was just me, but yeah,
I actually like this rendition over the Roy Orbison song because like Al Green put his own touch to the song. Like he got his own drums on it, the own bass line. It sounded like an Al Green produced track. So I actually like it better. Like the Roy Orbison, you know, White America loves that song. That's when Pretty Woman came out, they played that to death because the movie was named after the song, and I think I remember seeing him on Saturday Night Live perform that like way back, and but yeah, I like the Al Green version though. It has more. It's more soulful.
Yeah. Um, Track number 7 for the good times. Again, another very good song. Very slow, very bluesy in its own way. Um, it has like a sense of nostalgia. I don't know if it's just me, but I always just like a sense of nostalgia when I listen to this track.
Yeah,
Um, Vocally, he was definitely on his game with this track right here too. So, yeah, for the good times album.
this was another good one. Another slow, nice track, nice beat. I like the guitar string arrangements on here, and Al is singing, "Don't look so sad. I know it's over, but life goes on, and this world keeps on turning." And yeah, like, it's definitely like another banger. And man, it's what could you say, man? Like it's perfection.
Yes, perfection indeed. Next track. Look what you've done to me. Whew, man, I love that instrumental right there. Those horns and everything like that. Um, oh, this was a single too. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, he wrote this song with Jackson Jr. and Willie Mitchell. If you guys don't know who Al Jackson Jr. is, he's the drummer in the group from Booker T and the MGs. He also did work with like a lot of sax artists,
Mm-hmm.
Otis Redding included. He worked with Al Green a lot during this period. Rest in peace to him. The way he died was crazy. The way he died was crazy because like they set him up and shit like that, and it was like a robbery, and his girl was allegedly involved. It was crazy. Like y'all have to look up him up and shit. But yeah, very very dope track. Look what you've done to me. It
One of my
definitely has a sense of revenge to it.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorites. Again, I love the horns and the beat and the bass line and like that part in the song where it's like dun, 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 dun. That part of the song was sampled by Benny the Butcher for Plugs I Met Part One, where the track he did with Black Thought, Crowns for Kings. I love
I
that
thought that
song from the first Plugs I Met. That was like one of my favorites on that album too. And this was like definitely one of my favorites on this album. The nice bass line and the beat and Al Green singing, now that you're here with me, I want to do the things to keep you free. And yeah, like definitely a banger, and he killed it. I definitely feel like it's a standout track on here.
yes sir. And the last track off this album is one of these good old days. Sorry, I blacked out for a minute.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this was a nice way to end off the album and stuff like that. Pretty solid. Not one of my favorites, but I like it.
Yeah, man, like those Memphis horns, man, like they really stand out on this album, and the nice beat, and it was dope. A great way to end the album off, and he sang great on this track.
Yeah, very good. All right, and that's all the tracks off this album. Overall, this is a classic album by Al Green.
Yes,
Definitely one of his best albums. One of the best R&B albums to date. Him and Willie Mitchell were definitely a match made in heaven. You know what I'm saying? This is like the era, like, yeah, let's stay together. That was like his breakout album, but this was like his breakthrough album and stuff. This is
definitely.
what really made him the superstar he is. Um, Personally, like I know a lot of people love these albums, but I love the Call Me album and the Living for You album more because I feel like he was doing like a lot more songwriting and shit there too.
Right,
But this is a 5 mic classic. I'm not gonna rate it any lower. Yes,
definitely.
sir.
I love though his production, like the horns and like the beat and the bass line. Like
I think we lost Try. But yeah, while Try's getting himself together, yeah, everyone's saying it's 5 mics. Eric said they got a green vinyl version of the album. It's very weird. I'm just going to get the 180G vinyl version. Yeah, I've heard about that green vinyl version and shit like that. Interesting. Yes, yeah, Green Onions is a classic indeed. Mahogany. Yeah, Eric Me and Rakim. The remix, I actually like the remix too. The remix is like a more upbeat and stuff like that too.
Yeah, my bad. I was saying like the whole vocal arrangements, his falsetto, and you know the heartfelt love songs was great, and definitely a 5 mic classic. Like I love the whole album. You know, I'm still in love with you and love and happiness, simply beautiful. Um, everything on here to me is classic. They're one of his best albums to me.
Yes. Oh, I never
Eric,
knew. Oh, I never knew MJ did a version for the Good Times.
Eric said that there's a green vinyl version also.
Yeah.
Wow, that must go for stupid money.
Yeah, it's very rare. All right.
Right.
I'm gonna probably stay on to maybe about 12, 15, 12, 20 maybe. So when is Record Store Day again?
Uh, June something. It's coming up. I know they're having two. It's supposed to be one in June and one in August, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think on the day of Record Store Day, I might start doing the vinyl recaps and shit since I finished the CD recaps.
Nice.
By the way, thanks for the love on the beat video, yo. That's just a little something bonus I had saved up after the fiasco of the Beanie Siegel episode.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's Saturday, June 12th and July July 17th.
okay, got you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They got a lot of good stuff coming out too. So
Yeah, I've been seeing the things that they got so far.
yeah, Amy Winehouse remixes and stuff, Rolling Stones reissues and stuff like that. The Cure, Rage Against the Machine, AC/DC, a lot of stuff coming up. Al Green, give me more love. You got that album?
Al Green, Give Me More Love. I do not
Yeah,
have that out.
that one is coming out again for Record Store Day. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff coming up. Beastie Boys EP.
Oh yeah, Eric. I think you told me about that creeping on a come up selling out last year.
Yeah.
That one, I can't believe I don't even have that one either.
Is that the one with I just had like the white label joint?
You said what?
The white label had like the white. There was like no cover art or nothing.
You talking about Bone Thugs creeping on the come up?
Yeah. Or was that the other one? I know there was one Bone Thugs on vinyl that they came out with like no cover art. It was like all blank.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
The Delphonics, they cool.
Yeah, I'm
Lloyd
listening to
Banks, yep.
Dramatic.
Lloyd Banks album. I think that's gonna be fire, man.
Yeah, all these hip hop legends are coming out now. That's what's up.
Yes.
Let's salute these veterans right now. Sure.
They should. Faces was it the Faces of Death? Maybe it was the Faces of Death release that I saw. It didn't have. It was like a white label joint. video game soundtracks.
Yo, that fucking top 10 Neo Soul last night was dope.
Oh, that was the actual album cover without no cover art. Yeah, they were selling that on vinyl and shit. I seen like people that bought that one. Yeah, that was a good list. That was a good list. My volume was fucked up on that. I don't know why.
Like I said, it wasn't too bad on me. It was just a little low, but
I didn't hear. I couldn't hear myself at all though. Like I didn't. I didn't hear shit.
shit. Yeah, I think like before we go live or some shit, we should
Yeah.
just do soundtracks just in case.
Right.
I'm so ready for this Battle of the Bangers tomorrow and shit.
Yes. Definitely. That's gonna be fire.
Also got a major announcement tomorrow too.
Okay. I'm
You
scared when
know,
you say that. So I'm scared when you say
you-
that.
it's the breaking the internet one.
Man. Yeah, Rihanna. I need to get that anti deluxe edition though. I want that drink. The Rihanna drink.
Yeah, that's the one with sex with me and shit.
Yeah. Better vocalist, Ron Isley or Al Green. Yikes.
Al Green.
Man.
I know there was a recent poll that they said that Ron Isley was the greatest pro vocalist of all time.
Oh wow. You agree with that?
I'm not going to argue with it, but I feel like it's another good way for people to give flowers to the veterans while they're still alive. Because I never heard
Right.
anyone regard Ron Isley like that before.
True.
So I'm cool with it. Shit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So what was the white label joint I saw from Bone Thugs with the vinyl? It was like all white without no cover art or nothing. And it had like the sticker, like they had like the Bone Thug sticker on it.
Yeah, I forgot. I think you showed me a picture of that too.
Yeah, I thought that was creeping on the come up. That's not the album.
Hmm. Shit, I don't even know. I need that.
That shit sold out. People was copping this shit.
I'm gonna try to watch something new I've never watched before.
Like what? CSI?
I don't even like CSI like that.
What you
Uh,
what are you trying to watch on
NCIS,
CSI?
yeah, I don't like those shows.
NCIS?
Nah, because they glamorize crime, man.
Mm-hmm.
I hate shows that glamorize crime like that.
That's all CBS show. If you look at all those CBS shows, that's all they got.
Right.
NCIS, CSI, Blue Bloods. That's all they got.
Give me,
That's all they show.
give me, give me NYPD Blue. Give me In the Heat of the Night. Give me those over
Right.
NCIS, CSI. Hell,
Right.
I'll even throw Law and Order there too. All them
Mm-hmm.
series. Fuck, can't stand those shows, man. Shit.
Urban Hang Sweet or Brown Sugar.
You said what?
Urban Hang Urban Hang Sweet or Brown Sugar.
Damn.
Mm. That's a good battle. That's what Bobby Brown. That's who D'Angelo should have been battling.
Well, he didn't because he's the Messiah.
Bobby V did a cover of Lady. I don't even want to hear it.
Please, I don't want to hear it. Oh, Eric, you're gonna have to see me, man. You're gonna have to see me because I got some heat. I got some heat you ain't gonna believe. I got shit y'all ain't gonna believe, man. Oh,
Oh man,
I feel like it's show and tell.
yes, it is. It always is. It's show and tell for collectors.
Sam, not a big fan of Buffy.
I used to watch Buffy when it was on UPN 9, and then it's when they switched to the WB back then.
Yeah, I don't really like Sam Michelle Gellar like that or whatever her name is.
That's our best shit she ever did to me. you know, that's our best shit,
I
and
mean,
that and I know what you did last summer.
mm,
So today's Dad's birthday.
happy birthday, Daz.
No doubt.
There you go, telling me no. You like Kenny Loggins?
I like some of his songs. I don't have like any of his albums.
Ah,
Danger Zone, that's my shit though.
well,
Danger Zone. Yes. That's the song of Top Gun right there.
what the song I'm playing right now?
No, Danger Zone from Kenny Loggins.
Ah,
R&B singer Fantasia is a cousin of Casey and JoJo. I didn't know that.
oh yeah, yeah, we know that.
I didn't know that. She is.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I didn't know.
and she actually had to go to American Idol. It's like that's crazy.
Wow.
But I respect that though, because she wanted to make her own lane.
Right.
And look at her now.
Mm-hmm. Like send me that shit, Ronnie. Like you sending me everything else that I already know. Like send me those fun facts. I didn't know she was related to them.
Isn't Reno 911 the one with Niecy Nash in it?
Yeah. I saw
Okay,
the
then.
movie for that. I watched the first. I think they had two films. I watched the first film for that joint.
Man, BJ, why does everyone like to call me a music encyclopedia and shit? He's like,
Yes,
man.
the Dewey Brothers. Yes, I like the Dewey Brothers. Yeah, I don't know Kenny Loggins solo stuff. Just the Danger Zone song. But I like the Dewey Brothers stuff.
I like him with his solo shit more than
This
a dude.
is it. That's what you listen
Like
to.
this,
This is it.
yeah,
This
that's
is
that's my
it.
shit.
That's my joint. I like that.
See, Michael McDonald, man, he owned that
Yes,
sound, man. Whew.
definitely. Have you seen his Tiny Desk COVID performance?
I've seen some of them.
Yeah, that was good. He did that last year.
Yeah, we need to give Michael some love on this
Yeah,
one, man.
definitely. He still got it. He
He's,
still got it.
yeah, that first album's classic.
Yeah. I
But
love the
niggas,
song he did with Patti LaBelle
oh my god,
from the Running Scared soundtrack.
yes.
That's great. That's a great
But see,
song.
niggas be giving him too much flack and shit. I'm like,
Mm.
but y'all give Michael Barton love. Y'all give Phil Collins love. Come on, man.
I got this 12-inch single that he did from that movie from Running Scared. I forgot the name of that shit though, but I got the single on vinyl for that. But that song with Patty, that to me is like one of her best like collaborations.
That is her best
Like she
collaboration.
killed that song, man.
I love that video when she's on the bridge and then the camera
Right.
zooms out and she's like stretching. Oh, that gives me
Mm-hmm.
chills. I see
Yeah.
that. Whew.
On my own.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm on my own.
Yeah. I agree. He doesn't get the credit.
It's crazy. Y'all need to put
Yes.
respect for Mike.
Yep. Not sample that. We Will Survive. That's one of my favorite songs on I Am. I love that song. He should have had a video for that. Eric said if you got to pick two people in the next verses, who would you pick and why? That's easy.
Roy Ayers
I
and
would.
George Benson.
Okay.
Oh,
George
oh,
Benson.
yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say Jodeci and Boyz II Men.
Uh,
No, let
I
them
mean,
duke it
I
out.
wouldn't mind, but that's too predictable.
Well, they
Because that's
going
what,
for the predictable choices, yo.
yeah, like give me something like unpredictable, like the DMX and Snoop Dogg was unpredictable, but it worked.
Right.
But I wouldn't mind seeing Boyz II Men and Jodeci.
Yeah, Cypress 04. I need to get that. I don't have that Cypress Hill album yet. That
Oh
was a
yes,
solid one too.
yes, Sam. I
Yes.
watched It's Always Sunny before.
Rakim and KRS One definitely. I need them
Yes.
two. Yes. I would love to see LL get in on a battle too. You know, Cool
How
G
about
Rap.
LL and Jay-Z for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes, definitely. Jay Z ain't gonna do it, but he should. LL got a catalog. You know, he got features and remixes.
It will only happen in a perfect world.
You know, LL and
Meanwhile,
50 Cent. Who winning that?
ooh, that's it. Oh,
Two ladies men. Who's winning that joint?
instead we got Bow Wow and Soldier Boy,
I'm not watching
Swiss Beats and Timberland. We got another night of them rubbing off their egos and shit.
when did Maxwell shave his head?
In
He
the
did
late in the
shave his
late
head.
2000s,
He shaved his head.
like he didn't shave his whole head. He just got like a cut, like that cut. Yeah.
Yeah, he got like a little cut or whatever.
Are we really doing these questions again, man? Come on, man.
I'm not doing it. uh, Scarface and Nas.
Yes,
Scarface and Cube.
I said that a while back ago.
Yeah. But people been saying that, and it's like I'm like, what is Swizz and Tim doing?
Eating off the ass.
Oh man,
Coogee rapping KRS One.
that'll work definitely.
I don't I don't know about I don't know Coogee rap. He has a lot of good verses. He can go against Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Kane too.
hell, he can go against Q.
Mm-hmm. MC Light definitely. She need to be in one. I wouldn't put her against Missy though. I think that's they styles is too contrast. I would love to see Missy against Buster. I think Missy could beat Buster, but that's just me.
Yeah, too bad there was a big uproar with Missy and Janet Jackson.
Nah, I don't want to see that. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense, yo. We did that on Speak Your Clout, Eric. We did a top 10. I think it was top 10 or top five double albums all time. I want to say it was top 10. It was. I mean, we could do another one. Yeah. Is it Sir Jinx that's suing them? Somebody's suing Ice Cube.
I think Surgery.
Damn. After all these years,
Actually, let me look it up so I won't get the wrong information.
MC Light and Lady of Rage. Lady of Rage ain't got too much material to go against Light though. Her one album alone ain't beating Light's discography. We should do a Mary J. Blige discography breakdown. I know Reg said he was gonna do that like a long time ago.
That might be a contender.
Put it in the voting poll.
Yeah, yeah. Surgery is a Muslim.
Wow. After all these years, he's suing him.
He said it wasn't until 2019 he realized he wasn't getting the amount of royalties he deserved.
Oh wow, that far back. That'll work. Mary J. Blige's discography breakdown.
So y'all know Mr. Rogers sued Ice Cube too.
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah,
Mr. Rogers, like
beautiful.
with the show
Yeah,
for what?
he sampled Mr. Rogers for Gangsta Fairy Tale.
Are you serious? And he
Wow.
didn't pay him.
Yeah,
Wow. MC Light and Missy. I don't know, man. That is so different to me.
it's a beautiful day in the
I
neighborhood.
think Missy would actually beat her. I think Missy got more big hits than Light do. Mariah could go against Mary, but Mary don't want to do it. I don't know who you put against Mariah, because shit, she's different, man. If Whitney was alive, I would put her against Whitney, but um, I don't know. J Lo maybe. I still think J Lo would lose. You know, Celine Dion, Tony Braxton. That's a good one. Tony Braxton against Mariah. I still think Mariah will beat her though, but that would be a good one for Tony. You think Beyonce would do one?
Maybe.
Beyonce against Mariah. Who's winning that?
Right.
Yeah, Jay Z don't want to do it. Nas, I don't know. I don't know if Nas would do it either. I've been saying that this is like what LL's second or third time. He should be first ballot. Like we shouldn't like these cats. They can't wait any longer. Like you gotta put these cats in the moment they get voted, man. Don't wait till they're not here no more to induct them. Shaka Khan didn't get they passed up on Shaka Khan again this year, and she should already be in it. Better pianist, Alicia Keys or Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder.
Steven.
I think Elton John better than Alicia Keys when it comes to piano. Tony Touch versus Alchemist for what producer? Alchemist winning that. Mariah and J Lo don't like each other. Well, neither did Jeezy and Gucci, man.
So the BET Awards is announced and shit.
Who got nominated? Not that I care.
Oh, the nominations are announced. Yeah,
Who
it's gonna
are
be
they
like I
announcing?
think
Like
June
who's
27th.
performing?
You said what?
When is it? June 27th.
Yeah.
Oh boy, can't say that I'm excited for it. Yes, I know that. Yeah, she did a rendition. Overjoyed. Dipset and G Unit. That's a good one. Mm,
That is a good one.
that is a good one. Shit. I don't know. That'd be a close one, man. Cause like they do the crew stuff. and then they do the branch out and do the solo stuff. That's gonna be a tough one. Sade, who's gonna battle Sade? What
Nobody.
about Kim? Sade versus Kim.
Hell no. Sade all the way.
Sade versus Fela Kuti.
She's just like D'Angelo. You just can't put anybody with her.
I would I would say Sade versus D'Angelo, but she would beat him.
I don't. Maybe not.
Sade, who are you putting against? What about Mesa?
Who?
Mesa?
Mesa?
Yeah,
Who's Mesa?
she's like a jazz artist.
I gotta look up her shit.
Sade, I don't know. Sade is special. I don't know who you put up against her. Anita Baker? I've heard people ask her that though. So I don't know. I still think she would beat Anita Baker though.
That might
No?
be interesting.
Sade versus Madonna?
Hell
No,
no.
that's too different. It's too different. No,
Hell no.
Madonna's more pop. She would have to like a Madonna would have to go against like a Janet or Mariah.
Madonna.
Madonna against Sade? Hell no. Shaka Khan against Sade? Maybe. I don't know.
I
Shaka
don't
Khan
know.
against who you putting up against Shaka Khan? Gladys? No, not Gladys Knight. What's her name? What's the homegirl name with Killing Me Softly? Roberta Flack, maybe?
Or better flat.
Yeah, I don't know. Shaka's special too. I don't. Not too many could battle her. I don't know who you put up against him. Patti LaBelle,
Maybe.
but they did a versus already though. You know what I'm saying? So, see, if they didn't do that versus, I would say Shaka against Patty or Gladys. What y'all think about? I like Fergie's first album, the Fergalicious. I didn't hear the second one. Rihanna. How about Rihanna versus Beyonce? Who winning that?
Rihanna versus Beyonce.
Yeah,
Beyonce.
Rihanna versus Ciara. Who winning that?
Oh, Anita Baker's out of her retirement.
But she not recording no more though. I heard she not doing albums no more. Millie Jackson versus Shaka Khan.
Interesting.
Donna Summer, she dead though. Who we who we putting Donna Summer against? I don't know. That'd be interesting. What's your favorite scene from the movie Ray?
Oh Lord. Um, one motherfucking Ray Charles jumps over the table and beat up old dude.
Uh,
Bro, they made Ray Charles like a fucking superhero in that fucking movie.
how you
Or when
jumping
that
over
scene,
tables and you blind, yo? How does that happen? That's like walking in the dark and you can't see shit. How you jumping over tables and you blind?
or when
What
he
is
was making hit the road Jack, and Regina King's character was like, "You gonna have my baby," and he tried to grab her and shit like that.
right, right. That's that's sexual harassment in this day and age. Yeah, and what's crazy is Nas is the one that came out before. Well, I mean technically with albums, Nas came out before Jay Z, but Jay Z's the one that's inducted first or getting inducted first than Nas. I think next year definitely Nas got to be he got to be up for first ballot.
Jay Z even got in before KRS One.
Huh? Yeah, that well, it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The hip hop museum, they're gonna honor everybody, but Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they're gonna be picky when it comes to rap. I already see it. They're not gonna honor everybody we think they're gonna honor. Like Outkast, I can see Outkast getting in. I can see Nas getting in. A lot of those rock artists fuck with those artists. Wu Tang Clan. They a lot of those rock groups. They went on tour with Wu Tang Clan. Lollapalooza tours and all that. But like when it comes to like EPMD and Karis, I would be surprised if they even acknowledge them like that because they
Right.
want their own artists in before our artists. So I tell you, like in the voting poll this year, Jay Z was last place, and he shot up from being last to like one of the finalists. So they choosing who to put in there. Sade
You
got
be
to
like,
get in. She should have been in there.
one day it will happen.
Yeah, she should have been there. But it should be now though. Like don't wait till she no longer here. Like they should have been put in there. Same thing with Shaka Khan. How many times is she gonna wait? Yep. They not gonna honor everybody, man. And that's just what it is. We just gotta have our own shit. You know.
Better pianist, Roberta Flack or Ray Charles. Ray Charles.
Yes. Strawberry Letter 23. That's my joint. Favorite Jim Jones album? I like Diary of a Summer in Harlem. That joint. El Capo was good too. That was a good album. Yeah, that joint. Diary of Summer. Summer in Miami and G's Up. I'm not like really big on Jim Jones as a solo artist, but I respect him because like he made himself a big solo artist when labels wasn't taking a chance on him, and he just built his own buzz.
Right.
So a lot better than what Jewels has done. He hasn't had
Mhm.
a good album since what the game's been missing. Yeah, Beautiful Noise is dope.
Beautiful Noise is my favorite song by Dipset.
Yeah. Oh, your Swiss Beats was there. I didn't see it. Diplomatic Community. That we gonna do that in June. We do that one. Martin Bashir. Who the hell is Martin Bashir?
He's the one that did that Michael Jackson documentary.
He's getting a backlash for about what? What do you do?
His family's suing him.
Michael Jackson family suing him
Hmm.
for what? I haven't seen DJ Vlad in months. Drew was talking shit about Young Buck. Wow. Rihanna winning. I heard she's dating ASAP Rocky. What is Reg listening to? Reg, what
Confunction.
is that? What is that? Is that a playlist or something?
I listen to Confunction.
Is that vinyl or is that like a playlist?
No, I'm just on YouTube.
Oh,
Chase me, woman, all night. You can chase me. You ain't never heard that shit?
yeah, I know this song.
Ah,
I thought that was a playlist you had on Spotify or something.
nah, I told you I don't do playlists.
Right.
I just play whatever comes in my head. One minute might be Confunction, next minute might be Frank Sinatra or some shit. Because like people always change playlists. Why would I want to waste my time changing playlists when I can just play whatever on my head and shit, or just play an album?
I don't do playlists, man. I just whatever I feel like playing.
Yeah, man, that's my favorite song by them too. You know the story behind that track, right?
Love Train.
Yeah.
What's the story?
Um. So Michael Cooper was seeing this girl, and it turns out that she was sleeping with another group member and whatnot.
In the
And I
same
think the
group.
group member, yeah,
Oh shit.
and he did a song, and the original version was like more passionate, and the dude that he slept with the girl, I forgot who it was. He didn't want that shit because he wrote the melody to the whole song too.
I felt like Michael put himself out there when he did that interview with Martin. Like this nigga was like going to the mall and buying shit he didn't need, like like globes and all. Who the fuck goes to the mall to buy a globe? Like you know what I'm saying? It
I
made
went,
him look. He didn't need to do that interview. I don't know why he did it anyway. A day in the life of Michael. That could have been like a movie or something instead of like an interview with I don't even know the dude, man.
fuck him, because he literally started the whole second allegations against him and shit.
You know what I'm saying? That it didn't make Michael look any good doing that interview. What Love
I'm gonna
Train
stay up
song we
for.
talking about?
You said what?
The Love Train song. Which one is it?
My confunction.
Is it the same one that I'm thinking it is, or is it like a different one?
What you thinking?
The people all over the world. That
Nah,
joint?
nah,
Not that
nah,
joint. Oh, I'm thinking of that song. Let me
nah.
hold it.
I'm gonna play it right now. Hold on,
Okay.
because you thinking the OJ's and shit.
Wu Tang, they're gonna get in because a lot of rock artists fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? And the impact that they had on the genre, they're gonna get in. But like when we talk about like Gangstar and those artists ain't getting in. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they even if they like know about them, they're not gonna like put them in for voting. Like, oh, we're gonna vote Gangstar and EPMD and those type of groups and shit. Farside
Well,
and them, they're not gonna get in. That's
I
why
feel like
like our huh
I feel like EPMD maybe years from now have a higher chance.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Hell no.
No, think
They
about it.
going Rock and Roll for rap. They already don't want our kind in there, but the artists they're gonna put in are gonna be like the cats that was on the charts. When you look like Public Enemy, even though they like and people that had like a major impact on the genre, like Public Enemy, the Beastie Boys, like they're going for them. You know what I'm saying? Like but they sold units at the same time. Wu Tang sold units, and they had like a major impact, like just like with the whole nine MCs and each one getting like their own solo deal. That changed the game for everybody else coming in with their crews and all that. They're gonna get in. A lot of rock artists fuck with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But when
but
we
like,
talk about like the groups that we think should get it, like P Rock and Seal Smooth, they're not gonna get in here.
oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like
but see,
maybe for Gangstar, maybe Premier as a producer because he crossed all genres. He did stuff for other artists besides rap. But Gangstar, I don't think they're not gonna recognize them to be in there.
personally, I feel like EPMD as an influence and as a force, they might get in and one. That's personally what I think.
For the Rock and Hall of Fame.
Yeah, one day.
I don't think they're gonna get in. I think we gonna have to induct them in our own shit. I don't think Rock and Hall of Fame gonna recognize them like that.
Okay,
And it's
well,
sad because but you have a lot of people like Gene Simmons and a lot of people that don't want our artists in there.
fuck Gene Simmons.
You know what I'm saying? See, NWA they got in because they sold units and they had a major impact on the game, on the genre. That's why they in there. Dr. Dre will get in. He's in there by himself or he's not in there yet.
He's in there with NWA.
Now he will get in by himself as a producer because people fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like the ones that we think should get in, a lot of them ain't getting in.
I wonder who's gonna induct Jay Z.
I don't know. Maybe Big Jazz. I don't know. Dame
Now
Dash.
you know. Now you know damn well Big Jazz ain't going.
I thought they made up though. Big Jazz and him is still beefing or what?
They did. They made up at the same time. You know they're gonna want like a heavy, like either a close associate with the rapper or somebody influenced
Well, it
by the
got to be
rapper.
Dame. If it's not Dame, then I don't know.
Yeah, you know Dame
Nas?
ain't gonna do that
Maybe
shit.
Nas will induct him.
Hell no.
No, Nas is getting in. Nas is got to me should be inducted next year. He's getting in.
I feel like maybe Rihanna could induct him.
Rihanna, Kanye, maybe.
Nah,
No,
because they still in that. They still shaky a little bit. I would say probably Rihanna is my best bet.
Unless they get new blood in the committee, they not gonna recognize everybody to get in there. There's gonna be certain ones like Cool G rapping them. I don't think they have a chance of getting in. MC Shannon them cats, they're not getting in. You
I feel
know,
like I feel like Kane might get in one day.
KRS, I think he has a chance, or maybe with BDP. You know what I'm saying? But it like people that we feel like should be in there, they're not gonna recognize them.
If you ask me, I feel like the KRS One might be a little controversial choice because if they do induct BDP, then people gonna be like, okay, well, what about solo KRS One? But if they do induct solo KRS One, and people gonna feel like they're neglecting the BDP aspect. So that might be a controversial one if you think about it.
Puffy will be in there before they do.
Oh hell no!
Puffy will be in there before KRS One.
Oh hell no!
I'm telling you, because what he did for the game and he's respected by a lot of artists in the game. He's gonna be in there before them. You
Now
know what
you
I'm
know
saying?
Beyonce.
They looking at it from a fucking like a billboard. If you wasn't on Billboard, they're not looking at you like that. They're looking at it from like how many units you sold and shit and how popular you was to mainstream America.
Not a lot of those motherfuckers in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame sold units when they were popping and shit like that. Like the Stooges, they weren't selling that much, but they were impact wise years later. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
But they thinking of they want their people in first before us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when it come to rap, they looking at motherfuckers that was on the charts. You know what I'm saying? So like a group like Dilated Peoples, they're not looking at them. They're not looking at Farside. They're not looking at High Road Crew and all. You know what I'm saying? Duck Down. They're not looking at them. They're looking at if you was on the charts. Westside Ice Cube, you was on the charts. Okay. Dr. Dre, okay. Tupac, Biggie, 50 Cent, maybe. Drake at some point will probably be getting inducted. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at niggas that was on the charts and that and also had an impact. Not the underground cats because they, you know what I'm saying? Talib Kweli and most of, they're not looking at them niggas. Let me ask you. You think Little Kim or Foxy will be inducted?
Hell no.
I don't think they will. They didn't induct Salt and Pepper yet, right? And they should already be in there.
I think they were nominated, if I'm not
They were
mistaken.
nominated.
I
They
think.
should be in there already. Queen Latifah got inducted, right?
Oh, the biopic trailer's out now for the Aretha Franklin. RESPECT.
Bad Bunny was nominated once, and they didn't even induct them, right?
Hell no.
So it's not enough to just nominate them though. Like they have to actually get in. Look how many times Nas got nominated for a Grammy and lost. Like he actually won. He didn't win until up until this year. So they have to change the committee up so that it's more open to other artists than just cats that was on the charts and that was popular. 'Cause until they do that, is a lot of our artists are gonna get snubbed. They going for their own artists in rock.
Shit,
You
they
see
don't
how
want me
quick it
in
was to put Green Day in there first ballot, and Foo Fighters first ballot. Meanwhile, LL Cool J had to wait like 2 3 years to get in. Shaka Khan still ain't getting yet. Like that's ludicrous. You know, they looking out for their own artists first. That's what I'm saying. It's like our artists, they're gonna be secondary to them. Is Bob Marley in there?
here. Yes. Of course, you gotta be in there.
Right. He was a major impactful artist for reggae music. When we think reggae music, what do you think of first? We think Bob Marley. At least for me, I don't think Barry Salmon first or Shabba Ranks. You know what I'm saying? Even though even with the dancehall artists, are they gonna even nominate a Shabba Ranks or a Super Cat or Beanie Man?
I feel like Beanie Man has a higher percentage, but I don't think they'll never nominate a dance hall if you ask me.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
they don't want. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Peter Tosh is with Bob Marley and the Wailers. 'Cause I think the
Yep.
Wailers were included.
And Jimmy Cliff. I think Jimmy Cliff was in there.
Yeah, Jimmy's in there too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So will they even acknowledge dancehall reggae?
Oh shit, Marlon's playing Ted White. Oh wow.
Snoop Dogg will get in. Snoop Dogg will get in because he was a major figure for West Coast hip hop and the legendary stuff he did with Dre and all that. I think Snoop will get in. Jimi Hendrix is in there.
Of course.
Yeah, a legend.
Okay, this trailer's looking good. Okay, but we'll see if the movie's good.
Hmm.
I'm still not keen to Jennifer Hudson playing Aretha. I'm gonna be real with you,
Right.
but we'll see.
Mary J. Blige is in the movie too.
Yeah, she plays Dinah Washington.
Oh wow.
Marlon Wayans, he plays Ted White.
Wow. Marlon Wayans is in it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Scarface, like again, Scarface should be. Will they recognize the Texas artists? Who knows? UGK, the Ghetto Boys.
I feel like Luther Campbell should be inducted if you talk about Southern hip hop
Will they recognize Luther Campbell? I don't know.
in the perfect world.
They they're gonna be picky. They're gonna be picky on who gets in.
That's gonna be my saying for everything in the perfect world.
They might nominate them. I don't, but nominating them and actually them getting it like picked is two different things. So who knows? They might put them on the ballot, but you know,
Luther Vandross.
he should be if he's not. Hell no, Nicki not making it. Nah, Nicki, and I can't see her making that. I could definitely see Drake going. I can't see Nicki going to the Hall of Fame. Mary gotta make it. Mary was on the ballot this year, but she'll be on the ballot again next year. The hip hop museum is they're gonna honor all of them because it's for us. So we ain't gotta worry about what Gene Simmons think and everybody else that got an issue. Like they're gonna properly honor everybody from all regions for that museum. That's the way it should be anyway.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye's in it.
I think Eminem will make it also. He just sold too many units. He was impactful.
I
You
feel
know
like Eminem is gonna be another controversial one too.
that one I could see Dre. I think Dre's gonna induct Eminem. But why was he controversial to who though?
You said what?
Why would he be controversial? He would only be controversial if they make it like a race thing.
That's what I'm saying. But you know how people can be.
Yeah, I don't because I've been bumping Eminem since he came out. It's only people that choose to turn against him now because of the black I feel like for because of the Black Lives Matter movement that we in. Dr. Dre's in with NWA, but he's not in as a solo artist yet.
Okay, I'm gonna stay off. I'm gonna answer a few more comments.
I think Eminem will be. He outsold a lot of our artists in the genre that's dominated by our artists. He was outselling a lot of people. Sam Cooke is he in there?
Yeah.
Michael Jackson is in. He been in there. I think he's in there twice. He's in there by himself and with Jackson 5.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it. I can see Diddy doing that. Bopping up on stage for his award. Yeah, Biggie's in there. I think he was last year he got in there. Fat Boys they gonna like again. Fat Boys they're gonna pass on them because they didn't sell units like that. It wasn't like they were like a group, but it wasn't like a major like game changing group to me compared to like Run DMC or Public Enemy or Beastie Boys. Like they were, you know what I'm saying? So they just gonna ignore Fat Boys. But again, like that's why we have the museum to salute all of those artists that's not in the Hall of Fame.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna end it off for the night. About be 12:30. But this was a very fun review.
Yeah,
Definitely talking about Al Green.
yeah,
Fucking I'm still in love with you.
yeah, for real.
And just to let everybody know, tomorrow is gonna be the Battle of the Bangers. Really cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
Um and then of course, y'all know the reaction video was DMX. And then of
Houdini not getting
course
in.
you said what?
Now I was saying, Houdini they're not getting in.
No, yeah, they're not getting it.
Tupac is
Yeah,
there. Tupac is in there.
yeah, and then of course collection video is gonna be next week, Sunday. So stay tuned on that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, boss.
Sunday.
Oh
Sunday we
shoot,
got the review on Sunday too.
the one? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the surprise review. Yes,
yes.
yeah. I keep forgetting about that,
It's a
but
surprise you forgot.
it's no because you know what? I didn't pull the vinyl out yet. That's the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Because every review, if I'm doing a review and it's on vinyl, I always make sure I'm out just so I can always listen to it. So,
Right, true.
all right, and I'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.